Hello, hello. This is Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to do so and definitely continue to share my content with others. Today, I want to talk about Mark Scott Zickery. He is an American science fiction author, as well as a television writer and a screenwriter. He has written for Star Trek, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and The Twilight Zone. These are just a few of his accolades. I was listening to an interview featuring him on Film Courage, which, as you know, is one of my favorite YouTube stations or channels. And he said, Mark, something that truly resonated with me. It resonated 100%. And I wanted to share it with you. So this is a direct quote from Mark Scott Zickery. I know from my experiences that a single hour of television can change someone's life forever, for the better. It's a huge responsibility, and I never duck that responsibility. I'm very cognizant of it. End of quote. And when I heard this, as I said, it truly struck a chord with me. And he was talking about writing cliches and how you don't want to perpetrate that, or you don't want to perpetuate cliches. And he mentioned that he was working on a science fiction series called Sliders. And the people at that particular, I guess the people that were in charge of that series wanted to purchase a script that dealt with the subject of cloning. And he thought that cloning had been a subject that so many science fiction platforms and so many other series had dealt with. And so he didn't think there was anything original or new in writing or accepting a script about clones. So, however, the people that he worked for purchased the script, and it was up to Mark to rewrite it and to make it the best that he can make it. And so he worked on it, and he did all that he could. But he mentioned, as I said, that he didn't want to have them purchase that script because he didn't want to deal with the subject matter of cloning, because it had been something that had been done before. And for those of you who may need a refresher on what cliches mean, I looked it up because I wanted to make sure that I remembered the meaning, because we learn words and things over the years, and through living and through experiencing things, sometimes we forget the exact definition of a word. So I wanted to go back and refresh myself. So a cliche is a phrase or an opinion that is overused and betrays a lack of original thought. So that's definitely, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have an idea or a subject that has been overused and has been, played out, unless in some kind of way you can make it unique and you can change it. And then it wouldn't be a typical cliche because you altered it. However, that's what the term means. And I know that as a writer, I was told at the beginning of my writing career that I should stay away from cliches. And I've always kept that to heart. And I've always tried to, if I was dealing with a cliche, try to flip it around, try to reverse whatever the thought is, and so that it wouldn't be the typical cliche. And in listening to Mark in this interview, I got to thinking about his philosophy and the things that he was talking about. And it resonated with me that this feeling, this idea, this notion of not wanting to write things that are cliche is that it can apply to books as well. And so even though Mark was talking about scripts, I believe that the same philosophy applies to all types of writings. And as I said, books, because books can turn into scripts that can turn into television productions, television series. It could turn into movie scripts, made for television series, you name it. It could go to streaming platforms. So many people and so many platforms out there are looking for original material. So you don't want to produce something that is a cliche. You want originality. So these are my thoughts, and I wanted to share them with you. And let me know what you think. Do you think that cliches have a place in writing? Do you think that there's a way that you can revamp a cliche or turn a cliche on its head? Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for joining my platform. I'm wishing you love, peace, joy, happiness. Until next time. And don't forget to check out my catalog of ebooks, audiobooks, and my series on Kindle Vella. And until next time, bye-bye.